They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7, forthcoming. And Charles, you look at this defense, they were a very loose group coming into the week, knowing they kind of had the upper hand going into this one, taking on a team that hasn't won in a month and a half.
And that works well for you if you establish your dominance early in the game against a team that's struggling. But if somehow they fashion some plays together early, knock them back on their heels, that looseness can be used against them. Then they're trying to scramble to make sure they get their game right.
But just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Looking to throw, Prescott. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Ron Thornhill. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. It was 3rd down. Defensively, they were just hoping to make a play and get off the field, get their offense on. Instead, they did one better. Pick it off, take it into the end zone.
Well, they did what you said. They got off the field.
They're going to have to come right back on.
They're going to come right back on, but happily, right? They put the ball in the end zone. That's the way you start a game. That's the way you set the tone.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and that makes the score 7-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Back to it after the pick 6. Prescott. Wide open, Amari Cooper. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Heck of a start, a 30-yard pickup on their first play from scrimmage.
Let's face it, the focus is going to be, at the end of this play, on the big-time gain, right? He lined up on the left and worked his way all the way to the right before the perfect pass found him. But how about the offensive line and the protection to give him enough time to work his way all the way across the field?
The run by Elliott, a good one on first down as he's able to pick up about 6 there. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
From the 39, Prescott. He finds his target. It's Schultz. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
A first down carry by Elliott. Working his way for a gain of 7 to the 26.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. The give is to Elliott. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
On first down, it's Elliott. Shrugs him off, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. Zuerlein good with a PAT. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Mahomes going to throw. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
He'll get just a yard on the scramble at 2nd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Still 9 remaining on 2nd down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another first down.
Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
Mahomes now on first down. Oh, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Randy Gregory able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Mahomes. That's caught. It's DeMarcus Robinson. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. These two teams all tied after one. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Over the middle, complete. That's Hill. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Kendrick Bourne, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs have taken the lead.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7 as they come up 1st and 10. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Chris Jones on the stop.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
On 2nd and 9, Prescott. And he's got Ezekiel Elliott. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
They'll run on first down. It's Elliott. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory.
Tyrann Mathieu, the All-Pro, up to make the stop.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. A give to Elliott. It's a 5-yard pickup, but spotted a few chain links short of the first, so a little bit of decision time here coming up on 4th down. Running with Elliott. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time.
Thought they might throw the football with a little chunk that they had remaining on 4th down, but they ran it, they got it.
And the reason they were able to get it done, he ran that play with conviction, didn't he? Understood he would get a little bit of help from his friends up front, but it was really on him to go ahead and make the power move and get it done, and that he did.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot, and there's just nowhere to go, and in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. They'll try the right side with Elliott. Elliott a first down and more. And some room to maneuver. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out.
95 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. He's had his eyes on 7,000 career rushing yards, and with that last effort, he has hit that mark. What a career.
And that is the number to focus in on, because oftentimes we talk about where do they rank all time. We're not there yet. He's not knocking on the top 10 or the top 20, but over 7,000 yards in a career, fantastic.
It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott forced out to his left. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, we know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now, because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it's a 2nd down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
The kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football. That's got to be priority number one because margin for error is starting to slip away. Now it's down to a one-score game.
Now a throw for the All-Pro Kelsey is complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
What a dimension this man brings to this defense. He had his mind set there that he was going to get in and make that tackle. He really flew to the football.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Mahomes now to throw.
Now a swing pass. It's Edwards-Helaire.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Now here's Mahomes. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown.
One thing that we know for sure, do not question the arm strength of Patrick Mahomes, one of the strongest around.
Butker now to add the extra point. And with that, the lead is up to 8.
Makes the score, Chiefs.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And to the 12, that's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5.
Check, 42's the mark. Check, 42's the mark. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Here's Mahomes to throw. This one to Bourne, and he's got it. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Kendrick Bourne with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year.
And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And the lead is up to 15 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Here's Prescott. He finds his man, complete. It's Schultz. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. Throwing, Prescott. He's going to find Gallup here, complete.
A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Throwing again on second down. Prescott escaping the pressure right. That one complete to Elliott. And some room to roam now. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do.
And Prescott, his third interception. Picked off inside the 10. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Open man, it's the tight end, Kelsey. Well, he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Got a man that's caught at the 6-yard line. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And they extend their lead, a little added cushion into the lockers. What a way to finish.
Tremendous way. That's momentum that they carry in with them. Can they convert it and bring it back out to start the third quarter?
Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead opens up now to 22 points.
The final adjustments taking place here for both of these squads. They're about ready for the second half in Kansas City. And for the call, we rejoin Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And how about this line out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, Coach. We can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire is a do-it-all back, and he did plenty on that run. And as a rookie, 803 yards rushing for the season, in Kansas City may look to up his workload a little bit in year 2. The last pick of the first round in 2020, he more than justified that selection with his ability to run the football and catch it out of the backfield.
7 yards, the pickup there. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. He'll swing this one out to Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. First and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Throwing now is Mahomes. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it for the pick. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35.
Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complaint.
Touchdown, Cowboys!
Ezekiel Elliott, a guy who considers himself underrated, has told his detractors to put some respect on his name. Hard not to respect a run like that.
And the thing that stood out to me was his ability to continue through the initial contact. How many times do we see runners get slowed up and not get what they can on a run because of that first contact? But he kept the compass pointing in the right direction, kept the legs churning, and turned this into a huge play.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah. Will they make up for it? Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the chief linemen might have moved. A bad false start penalty there. Now 2nd and 6.
Edwards-Helaire as they run out of the gun.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 1.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Steps away to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
To throw again on second down. Mahomes. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Now Mahomes. They'll set up the screen to Edwards-Helaire. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. 2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. Elliott running right. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Prescott. And this pass broken up. The contact well-timed there, and now 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
On to punt now, Anger, as he boots this one away. Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Mahomes now on 1st down. Open man is born. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. But normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. Flush to his right. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Now a 2nd down and 6. A shotgun snap and a give to Edwards-Helaire. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 45 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And he'll look underneath here for Edwards-Helaire. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, They run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Second and 6. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is third down. Mahomes going to throw. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A strong pickup of 11 keeps their drive alive. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they'll get him down right about the 20.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another first down.
That's good for Kansas City Chiefs. First down.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put the... And intercepted! Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. Two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a two-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. Now Dak. Finding Schultz. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Second and 10. Here's Dak. And that's Elliott, complete. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. To throw, Prescott. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
second down. Back to Edwards-Helaire.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead,